Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our Twitch TV live stream. My name is Glenn Tompkins. My pleasure to be here. Glad to have you guys here. Mark is here. Joff is here. If you're here and you can chat, by all means, please chat in the room. Mark says, howdy do. That's pretty Southern. Howdy do. It's howdy doody time. It's howdy. How many people remember the Howdy Doody song? Handlebars is here. Welcome, Handlebars. And again, if you can chat, by all means, please do. Kirby puts the kapow up there. You know what I like about this chat feature here? You guys can see what each other is saying. And I'm seeing that you guys can actually talk to each other by way of that. That's kind of cool. Anybody else new? I'm really looking for new people to chat in as well. Talk to me. My name is Glenn Tompkins. I'm a senior instructor here at VectorVest at this Twitch TV stream. I remember it was well as Woody Willow. Oh, as well as Woody Willow. I don't know who Woody Willow is. That was before me. By all means, if you're new, chat into the room. I was sitting back, and do you remember green light, red light? I don't remember that either, Handlebars. I came across something as I was home last night. It's amazing that I can sit at home and still think about work. But I was at home last night, and even us here, Joey, hey, say hi, Joey.
Hi.
That's my producer. I was looking at a lot of the other Twitches, the Twitch channels about stocks and bonds, and I looked at them, I see a lot of graphs up, people talking intermittently, that kind of a thing. And I was like, man, what makes us different than those other Twitches? Why should you even come to this Twitch live presentation? And the answer I came up with is that it's not just about sitting looking at a screen or having someone show you what to do. Here in these live streaming presentations, you get information. And the power of what to do is being put in your hands. Have you ever heard the statement, give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day, teach him how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime? VectorVest is a means of teaching you how to fish within the market. VectorVest is the means to learning how to make better decisions for yourself, because not everybody in this room invests the same. Not only that, many of you who may be sitting in the background are brand new to investing. And maybe the questions you have is, well, why do I want to look at this Twitch rather than any other Twitch? And it's for the reasons of, here, we're going to teach you something. Every session, we teach you something about the market. And we use a software called VectorVest, which has been around since 1995. And it's a tool that has evolved into a premier platform to teach you how to make better decisions on, knowing when to buy, what to buy, when to sell. And as I say that, we are currently in a mini series right now of planning your trades and trading your plan and why that's so important. So when you look at another a live stream about the market and look at what you're getting here, there's a drastic difference. Again, it's not about just looking at a screen. And I'm not putting anybody else's live stream down. What I am explaining to you that there is a difference in what you will get from our live stream compared to another within the Twitch platform. All right, that's it. And my job is to show you how to use this VectorVest software. In 2 words, I just did this in YouTube. 2 words that I'm going to concentrate more on going forward with all of my presentations. The words are simplicity and benefit, because I think that once you learn from a simplistic standpoint of how to use VectorVest, the benefit is increased 100-fold, because now you have the benefit of knowing when to buy, what to buy, when to sell. You have the benefit on being able to analyze any stock in our database. You have the benefit to know when it's okay to buy stocks. You have the benefit on knowing what to do with your current stocks without having to ask anybody any questions. And that's what's important. The benefits of knowing how to use this software far outweigh anything that any other live Twitch in regards to this segment of what we do. So I'm putting that out there, and hopefully for the purposes of hopefully getting more new people involved, especially if you are a Twitcher. If you're here, that means you have a definite interest in wanting to learn more about the market. And my job is to fulfill that desire for you. And utilizing this VectorVest software, I'm going to do the best darn job that I can to teach you how to simplistically use the software. You can do a lot of things in the software, but I'm going to show you from an easier standpoint, walk you through. You know, you got to learn how to crawl before you can walk. You can walk before you can run. All right? And I'm going to teach you, all the new people, I'm going to teach you how to crawl and crawl successfully. All right? We did hit our goal of 100 followers. If you like this content, hit the follow button. If you like what you get here on these sessions, you get the benefit of understanding, hit the follow button. We're still trying to grow this base. Hit the follow button if you haven't already. Even if you're in the background and you don't want to talk, hit the follow button. All right? And next thing, if you are interested, we do have a trial to the VectorVest software for 99 cents, 30 days. What it will give you access to is the real-time service, which is the higher tier service that we have for the software. And you will get access to the Derby, which is a trading tool. If you want access to be able to go to our jockey club where we do live training every day, that's all I can say. Join it. 99 cents. Normally that trial for both the real time and the Derby is $29 for 30 days. We're giving it to you for 99 cents. Sharp 111 says it's great. Handlebar says the best free advice ever. Now, I'm going to take exception to one word. We don't give advice, we give guidance. All right? So when we say, you know, and I don't mean that in a bad way, Mark, you know that. We do give guidance. We give information and we give guidance on how to use that information. Because we're not a broker, I can't give you specific advice. I can't tell you what stocks to buy and sell. I can't do that. VectorVest as a whole, as an entity, can't do that. We are not licensed to do that. But we are at the forefront of being able to provide you with pertinent, usable information to help you to make money. Now, the Derby is now part of the real time, as I just had mentioned. And if you want to get the link for the special, type in !offer. You're going to see me type it in the room. This is how you get the offer, !, OFFER. There it is. And a link is going to come up. I don't know. Daniel's in the background. The bot's doing something. But anyway, you click that, you type that. It's going to provide a link. And from that link, you can sign up for the 99-cent trial. All right, the 99-cent trial for real time and the Derby. As I mentioned, we are currently in a mini-series called Plan Your Trades, Trade Your Plan. This is week 2 of the 4-part series. Week 2 of the 4-part series. And last week, we just talked about the basis of understanding when to buy, what to buy, when to sell as far as your trading plan. Plan your trades, trade your plan. Why is that important? Because without a plan, you're flying by the seat of your pants. Can you make some good trades? Sure you can. Will they be lucky? Most likely. But you need to have the information to know what's going on and when it's going on. You really need to know when it's okay or not okay to buy. You need to know what stocks to buy. Stocks need to do more than just go up or down in price. They need to fit your individual investment style. All right, we talked about that in a presentation as well of what is your investment style. You need to know when to sell, and that's the hardest part of your plan. All right. Sharp 111 said, "Man, I just signed up for the $9.99 special." Oh man. Well, keep the $9.99 special. I'll still make it well worth your time somehow. I don't know how yet, but I will. I'll still make it well worth your time. How about that? All right. You still got the trial, my friend, so that's going to be a good thing. All right. And a lot of what we're teaching in here, you're still going to be able to learn how to use. All right. Knowing when to sell is so important because that's where you will either allow your losers to get away from you or not capture the profit on your winners. Kirby says, when to sell. Confusingly losing some of my profits today on EHTH. 3 has not crossed the 8. on the day charts, but yesterday's dark cloud confirmed today to sell. Still holding. Have I sinned? No. Wow, I like that graphic. Man, that's a cool graphic. All I'm going to say in regards to that, Kirby, stick to your plan. Stick to your plan. All right? And this is where you don't have to be emotional. All right? I had to figure out how I wanted to say it. You don't have to be emotional. And that way you don't worry if the 3 and the 8 cross on the end of day because you're swing trading it, let it come to you. Don't jump the gun. Now, guess what? Even though you had the dark cloud cover and the confirmation today, even if the 3 and the 8 don't cross, that may be enough to get you out of it. But you're going to still do it on an end-of-day basis. Von Wonder, hello. I am still emotional, scared, but sticking to my plan. You know something? And that's all right. That's realistic. That's human nature. Why? Tell them that it's human nature. See, it's human nature. It really is human nature. But having a software like VectorVest keeps those human emotions in check. All right? So yes, I did sing. I did. And it was awesome. Whether you liked it or not, you're going to like it, whether you want to or not. How about that? All right? How about that? Cash me outside. I don't know why I say that. And Joey hates when I do that. So, Kirby, I like that you're honest about being emotional in the trade. But that's why, as a VectorVest subscriber, you're going to let the software do the work for you. All right? Hopefully that makes sense. Real quick, Joey, bring up that article for me, just in case you didn't know. Where did it go? There it is. Kraft Heinz, $15 billion write-down puts focus on years of cost cuts. Shares fall 28%. I don't know if anybody knew that. You can scroll down. I don't know if anybody knew that, but Kraft Heinz shares fell to a record low after the food giant announced a multi-billion-dollar write-down on its marquee brand, raising concerns that years of rigorous cost cuts had eroded the value of its value in Oscar Mayer products. So I didn't know if you guys knew that. The shares fell as much as 28% to hit a low of $34.51 by midday, wiping off about $17 billion from the company's market value. That is huge. So I wanted to let you know that had happened. And one of the biggest investors in it happens to be Warren Buffett. And I think that someone told me he lost like $3 billion today. That's a lot of money. $3 billion is a lot of money. Even with Warren Buffett money, that's a lot of money. All right, so just a tidbit of information just to keep you on top of what's going on in the market. That's a big move to the downside for that company. Company's been around for some time. Can I minimize this? Yeah. All right, that's been around. So now, I have a question for everybody before we get started, because this segment is all about market timing. I just wish I could have his problems. I hear you, Joff. I hear you. This week, I'm going to ask a question, all right? Because this week, we're going to specifically talk about the when to buy or market timing. Next week, I'm going to take you from the rooter to the tutor on setting up a trading plan, all right? And using a strategy and back testing the strategy. And by week 4 of the 4-part mini-series, we're going to have a long and a short strategy. And this whole idea of trading your plan, planning your trades and trading your plan will come to an end in week 4. And you're going to have a much better idea, no matter what type of investor you are, you're going to have a much better idea on how to effectively put in a trading plan that's conducive to the way you invest in the market. Kirby says KHCs, since the split up, they have not been good at their Maxwell House and Crystal Light business. Deal with them every day in my coffee business. That's right, Kirby does have a coffee business. He took care of me when it came time for Christmas. He sent me a care package of a lot of Cafe Bustelo. I'm at Cafe Bustelo in Drinker. And I promote for them, and I don't get no money from them. That's all right. It's all right. I just enjoy the coffee. Actually, I ran out of coffee. Oh, I got my Duke cup today, by the way, too. Just want everybody to see. There's my Duke cup. I got my... Man, this cup, still even keeping from this morning, is still lukewarm. It's still lukewarm. Thank you, Kirby. Thank you, Kirby. All right, so now, This week is all about market timing. So I'm going to ask a question. I already said that 3 times. I'm going to ask a question. How many of you feel that you cannot time the market? All of the people who are in the background not chatting, I want input from you as well. How many of you feel that you cannot time the market? And for new people, timing the market means that I can get signals on when it's okay to buy and when it's time to stop buying. How many people feel that you cannot time the market? Type in the room. And again, this is, thank you, Joff. This is specifically for my new people in here who are sitting in the background. I want an answer from you if you're willing to give it to me. How many of you feel that you cannot time the market? All right. Man, we had great chat yesterday. Right now, either I'm really, really delayed or you guys are just not tight. Ah, nice. Handlebar says, I think I'm learning how. All right. Sharp says that, now Sharp 111, are you saying that you cannot time the market? And if that's the answer, then that's fine. How many of you feel that you cannot time the market? And if you're saying that, Sharp, that's fine. I'm taking them whether you think you can or cannot. That's the reason why I'm asking the question. All right. I want to get more input though. So yeah, Sharp says you cannot time the market. Excellent. All right. That's fine. Anybody else want to chime in? Especially again, the people sitting in the background. How many feel that you cannot time the market? GMRX man, most of the time says you think you can. I'm thinking that you can. Joff99 says you can, you better. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else? Trying to see. This is your opportunity to be heard. That's my word. All right, just a couple more seconds actually. All right, so it seems like I got the answers from the people who are going to answer. And Sharp 111, will I change your mind? Maybe, maybe not. Stamps.com down 112, 56%. Man, that's a lot of down. Good Lord. I don't know what happened to Stamps.com, but maybe we'll take a look at it at the end of the day, end of this session, we'll take a look. All right, so I am here to tell you in Sharp 111, even though I respect your answer, I am going to tell you that you can time the market, but let me explain what I mean by timing the market. When I say VectorVest can time the market, it's not about predicting which way the market is going to go. When we say we time the market, we are trend followers and we follow the trend of the market. So based upon what goes on in the market, there's a market timing signal that we have for anybody. And there's several different market timing signals to let you know as the type of investor you are, whether you want to be in the market or not. So again, I want to leave it out on the floor that when we talk about timing the market, it is not about being able to predict which way the market is going to go. We do follow the trend of the market. Kirby says Stamp.com ending exclusive UPS office contract. Think that's good because now they can offer FedEx and UPS long-term may be better. Wow. So now stamps can go to FedEx and UPS. So they got hit because they pulled out of the U.S. Post Office. But now they can turn around and give it to FedEx, and hey, that might not be bad. It might benefit all of us. It might benefit. Thank you for that, Kirby. So now, Mark, you now know what happened because I didn't know. I sure didn't know. All right. So when we talk about timing the market, it's not about predicting the market. But what I will do, let me move this over. What I will do is let's start off with our market timing newspaper. All right, which is the homepage of the VectorVest software. Let's talk about if it's the right time to buy. Remember, this session, the second part of the 4-part mini-series, this session is all about knowing when to buy by way of market timing. All right. After the overreaction to the downside, maybe long-term prospect, it could be. It could be, and Mark said the same thing, maybe a buy. I would have to wait for it to stop and start going back up and see some confirmation of the upward move before I would think about buying it. But is this the right time to buy? And actually, this is what we're going to talk about on the homepage right now. All right, so our homepage talks about how many stocks we track. Right now, we're tracking 8,096 stocks. Of those stocks, let me click there. Of those stocks, we see how many of them have buy recommendations, sells, and hold recommendations. Notice that we have a lot more stocks in our database that have buy recommendations than sells. The market is showing signs of strength. Let's move over to our market timing gauge. This is our daily traffic light into the market because it can change on a daily basis, right? You notice it's got red, yellow, and green. Red means stop buying stocks long. Yellow means just hold on, let your stops manage your trades. And green means it's a good time to buy stocks long. Notice that today, we're pegged all the way into the green, and we give guidance. We don't give, that's what I'm looking for. Advice. Thank you, Joey. We don't give advice, but we do give guidance. And the guidance right now, as of right now, says VectorVest does advocate buying safe, undervalued stocks that are rising in price at this time. So the question is right now, do I buy stocks today? The answer is based upon that daily traffic light, you can buy stocks today. Let's take a deeper look though. Quick list of all of the major indices. New people, indices are where stocks are traded with your broker. Starting with the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which is an index that tracks 30 of the most popular stocks in the market. Okay, it's up today about 0.5%. So we say the market is up, but we're looking at a market, even though it's 30 of the most common stocks or most heavily traded stocks, it still is only 30 stocks. And when it goes up or down, we say the market goes up or down, right? All right, let's look at the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ looks at about 4,300 stocks. So definitely a lot more stocks, right? Definitely a lot more stocks. But the NASDAQ is very heavily traded by tech stocks. So even though it tracks more stocks than 30 stocks, a lot of the stocks that are in there are tech stocks like your Googles, your Apples, your Microsofts, your Intels, are all tracked within the NASDAQ. Now, a big stock like Apple can have a good up day and move the whole NASDAQ up. Or Apple can have a bad day and move the whole NASDAQ down. It is very heavily tech weighted. So it's sort of like putting a lot of your eggs into the same basket. So yes, it does track more stocks, but it is heavily weighted in one industry. Then we have the S&P 500. That is basically the market standard for hopefully trying to time a market. But keep in mind, S&P 500 tracks what? 500 stocks. Now I'm going to move down to this indicator, the VVC or VectorVest composite. This indicator tracks the movement of 8,096 stocks. That's a lot more stocks than all of these other indices put together. This VVC tracks the movement of over 8,000 stocks, and we feel that it is a better representation of broad market movement. That is why we use it for market timing. And Von Wander is responding to Kirby saying they agree. Again, I love that you guys can see each other's chat in here and talk back and forth amongst each other. That's really awesome. All right, so the VVC is what we use to time the market, and that's going to be very important in our presentation today. Because as I talk about timing the market, I'm going to show you how that indicator on a basis of trend, whether we're in an uptrend, downtrend, or by basis of its movement, can have a market timing signal for anybody who invests in the market, whether you're a longer-term investor or even a day trader. I'm going to show you, if anybody out there is a day trader, I'm going to show you how to use our market timing even for day trading. All right, so today is a good lesson for anybody. And again, Sharp 111, I'm not gonna put a whole bunch of shine on you because I don't want to embarrass in any way, shape, or form. But if I can change your mind by the end of this session, will you let me know if I did or didn't? All right, and if I don't, that's fine as well, believe you me. All right, but I will show you. Remember, what I tell you, my two big words that I'm using in all these presentations now: simplicity and benefit. Simplicity and benefit. All right, so we've got a picture of what looks like on the home page. Looks like it's okay to buy stocks today, but I want to point something out to you. All right, look down on the color guard below. This is a 6-day snapshot of what's going on in the market. This is our daily traffic light. This is like our 1 week traffic light. Notice that the color guard tracks 3 of our market timing indicators. Price, which is the movement of that VectorVest composite. That's what the price is. RT, which is one of our core indicators that looks at the short-term price trend in the market. This indicator tells me if the market's in an uptrend or not. And the BSR, or buy to sell ratio, which looks at the relationship of buys divided by sells to get that indicator. Right now at 5.21, for every sell in the system, there's about 5.25 buys. That means the market is very robust and showing signs of strength. This buy to sell ratio, in case you didn't know, is our canary in the mine. Quick history lesson. I don't know if it's history or not, but back in the day, when people were in the mines, they brought a canary with them. Why? Because as long as the canary was tweeting, there was no danger of methane gas in the mine. But once the canary stopped tweeting, then the people in the mine knew that there was methane gas, and it was an alert or an alarm to let them know to get out of the mines. The buy to sell ratio serves as your alert or your alarm to think about getting out of the market. All right? Why? Because when that buy to sell ratio goes below the value of 1, we then have more sell recommendations in the software than buys. At that time, the market is not showing signs of strength anymore. It's showing signs of weakness. The same can be said about, I'm not, you know me, I am not talking about politics, but now everybody else can see your post, Kirby, but I ain't talking about it. So there. And Kelly, Kellen is here. Hi, Kellen. All right. And the hostile Viking said, cheer. Listen, I'm not getting involved in that. You guys say that all you want. All right. So there you go. All I'm saying is that is our canary in the mine is the buy to sell ratio. Kirby said, what are you? Oh, wow, Kirby, you are just going crazy with that. Joff cheers. Wow, you guys are awesome. All right. So our newspaper Into the Market says that it's okay today to be in the market. Let's talk a little bit about that. I'm going to go over to the graphs tab. Oh, did I do it wrong? Maybe I did.
Yes.
There we go. Well, don't be. What do you mean? I'm at home.
Click it.
Click it.
Now go down to the bottom.
Go down to the bottom.
Yep. Now go to your market time graph. There you go, buddy.
Wow. Joey is condescending sometimes. Uncle Sat. Huh?
Sound like my wife.
It sound like my wife. Wow. All right. Here's our market timing graph. Remember I talked to you about that VectorVest composite? Well, here's the movement of that VectorVest composite over the last year. I can clearly see when the market moves up, when the market moves down. All right, now keep this in mind, okay? The market goes through cycles, time and time again, over and over. And when I say that we can time the market, we look at the trend of the market in order to determine where we are in the market cycle. I can clearly see when the market rises, when it tops. New people, tops means the market stops going up and it starts going down. When the market tops, when it falls, when it bottoms. New people, bottom means when the market stops going down and starts going back up. All right, over and over. And currently in the most recent situation, the market topped, the market fell, the market bottomed, and now the market is rising. But look at that rise. Look at that run on the rise. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. That is a beautiful V bottom. A V bottom is directly stopping and then going back up. Stopping, going down, and goes right back up. Did you guys have an opportunity to make money in the market? Now, Sharp 111. Do you have any idea of when it's okay to be in the market throughout this whole time? Or do you ever sit back and say, man, I missed the run, I better wait. I missed the run, I better wait. I missed the run, I better wait. All right. Sharp, how would you know when it's okay for you to be in the market? Quick questions because I want to participate. When the chat gets going, my chat window disappears. What can I do? Sorry to interfere. I don't know. Hey, Daniel, can you help them? Quick question because I don't. When the chat gets going, my chat window disappears.
Is it refreshing? You can't refresh.
Let's see.
Refresh, it'll go away.
I think that if you refresh, it goes away, but if you don't refresh, it'll stay.
It should stay, yeah.
Anybody in the room have any? How about that home run you hit this morning? Was it like 12%? No, it was more like 20%. It was more like 20%. Are you on the desktop or mobile? All right, so somebody's going to help you with that in regards to helping you. Look at the chat in the room. Look at the chat in the room on the desktop. Excellent. Daniel is going to help you in the background. All right? So, market's definitely moving higher, but I want to show you something. The market looks good. We have an indicator called the MTI. I'm going to add the parameter. You won't see this, but I'm going to add the parameter of the MTI. The MTI is known as the market timing indicator. Let me make this darker, change the style. The market timing indicator. I had to go away, chat problem yesterday. Oh, okay. Are you what? There you go. So again, the VectorVest is helping you in the backdrop, Sharp. Handlebar says, do you have it on full screen? So you guys are helping Sharp. Excellent. Excellent. So the MTI, or market timing indicator, looks at three things. This one indicator looks at three different things. It looks at the price movement of the VectorVest composite. It looks at the RT, which is the short-term price trend in the market. And it looks at the BSR, or buy to sell ratio. Remember, the buy to sell ratio is all about seeing if the market is showing signs of strength or weakness. RT of the market looks to see if the market's in an uptrend or not. And of course, the VectorVest composite price is the movement of over 8,000 stocks. So this MTI indicator is a very strong indicator, and it's a great heads-up indicator as well. When the MTI, and before I say this, the MTI is cast on a scale between 0 and 2. We got a new follower. Thank you, Pac-Man's Netflix. Nice. All right, thank you very much for following us. The whole idea of looking at the MTI on a scale between 0 and 2, it makes it simple. Remember, simplicity and benefit. The simpleness of the MTI is, because it's cast on a scale between 0 and 2, when it's above the value of 1, it's favorable. When it's below the value of 1, it's unfavorable. So now that I know that, well, what is it telling me? The MTI lets you know what the underlying trend of the market is doing, number one. All right, number two, it has levels to look at when the market reaches a point of toppiness. When the MTI, and for the new people, I want you to write this down. For the new people, when you get to a level of 1.5 to 1.6 on the MTI, as a matter of fact, Joey, bring the side over for me. When you get to the level of 1.5 to 1.6 on the MTI, the market is looking for a top. Let me see if I can get that over.
Pull it back to where it was.
All right.
There you go.
Okay, Joey's going to make this happen. There you go. Now you can see the values. When the MTI gets to a level of 1.5 to 1.6, the market is looking for a top. And remember, what is a top? A top is when the market stops going up and starts going down. Well, we're at the level where the market is looking for a top now, right? Let's take that off. We're at the level where the market is, we got a new high over the last 3 months today. The MTI is at a level of 1.61. Does this mean that you pack up the car and get out of all of your stocks? No. All right, what this means is just be careful in the market right now. Even from a market timing perspective, this is a good time to know how to manage the trades that you're still in. Is the market still moving higher? Yes, it is. All right, but the market still shows me that we are at a level where the market is looking toppy. All right, so with that, the stocks that I'm in, I'm still okay to trade them. But because I am a VectorVest subscriber and I know that the market is looking toppy, I'm going to be quicker to take my profits, and I'm going to be quicker to get out of my losses so that I can not incur big losses. Hopefully that makes sense to everyone. So this is a heads-up indicator. It's not a trading indicator. You don't trade off of this, because just because it's at the level of being overbought, the market is not going to turn around on a dime because VectorVest says the market is overbought. Does everybody understand that? I hope you do. Now, we're not there yet, Mark. We're not there yet. We're going to get to that. All right, so now I know that it's okay to still buy stocks, but I've also got my heads-up indicator knowing that the market is looking for a top. Now, we have the indicator when the market is looking for a bottom. When that same MTI gets to a level of 0.60, the market is looking for a bottom. Write that down. When the MTI gets to a level of 0.60, the market is looking for a bottom. But wait, there's more. When the buy to sell ratio gets to a level of 0.20, the market is looking for a bottom. All right, let me make that darker. So we've got two indicators to let us know when the market is looking for a bottom, but only one indicator for when the market is looking for a top. When the MTI gets to that level of 1.5 to 1.6, the market is looking for a top. But when the MTI gets to a level of 0.60 and the buy to sell ratio gets to a level of 0.20, the market is looking for a bottom. Both of these are aids in being able to help you to time the market. All right, being able to time the market. And I'm glad you guys are still working with Sharp 111 in the background. All right, so from the standpoint of knowing what's going on, market just hit a new high over the last 3 months. It's okay to buy stocks, but tentatively, because I know that the market is looking at a top. How do I know when the top is reached? When the market stops going up and it starts going down. That's when I know the top is reached. When will that happen? I don't know. I will not try to guess at when that's going to happen, but at least with the VectorVest software, I have the heads up of knowing that the market is at a level where it is looking for a top. Now I'm going to use this same market timing graph to show you no matter how you invest in the market, that we have a timing signal for you. All right, I'm going to put this back onto a 6-month graph. We'll start with a 6-month graph. All right, I can clearly see when the market is bearish and pulling down. I can clearly see when the market is bullish and pulling up. I can also see when the market is sitting in a channel between a level of support and resistance. How about that? Bouncing off support, bouncing off resistance, bouncing off support, bouncing off resistance. Blowing through support, finding a new level of support, bouncing off that and running up higher. All right, so that's what's going on with the market. I'm going to take off the MTI and I'm going to take off the buy to sell ratio. Let's just concentrate on the price movement of the VectorVest composite, or the indicator that tracks the movement of over 8,000 stocks. Okay? How many of you are longer term buy and hold people, or managing your longer term core retirement positions? Type it in the room. How many of you have a portfolio that's looking at more conservative stocks within your retirement? Type that in the room. All right, and let's go see who types what, because I'm interested in know. I'm gonna take a drink of water while you're thinking that. I like that answer. Job says try to do it all. Kirby says yes. Handlebar says I do. Anybody else? I want everybody to answer because I have a timing signal for everybody out there. Von Wonder says yes. What else? Hostile says I'm not working on retiring yet. Sharp 111 says okay, that works. See what happens when the chat fills through. Okay, I got you. See, we were able to help you out, Sharp. Now, Sharp, are you investing in longer term stocks, by the way? All right, let me know in the room. Are you? Wonder? Oh, Von Wonder, you have your new VIP badge. It's working. Did I give him one yesterday? I did. Now it's working. Excellent. GMRX Man says retired. Are you already retired? Excellent. So you know what I can do for you, GMRX Man? If willing, if you take a small portion of your retirement money, just a small portion, I can show you how you can better trade it to grow some money, to gain some capital. I was tired, then I retired. Wow. Wow, that was kind of funny. I like that. Sharp says yes, but also playing with day trading. I got a timing signal for you too. All right, so for you guys that are looking at some more longer term holdings, I have a timing signal for you. It's called the confirm calls. All right. Notice that coming off of the bottom right here, let me zoom this in a little bit more. Coming in off of the bottom of the market, move that back just a little bit. Coming off the bottom of the market, look at where you got a call. You got a call to get back into the market on 1/18 of 2019. So you didn't get in at the bottom, but it's the slowest, most conservative timing call we have. Okay, it's the slowest, most conservative timing call we have. Did you still have an opportunity? I want everybody in the room to answer. I'm still getting over I was tired, then I retired. How many of you see that you could have made money with the slowest call in the market even up to now? Just type a yes in the room. How many of you see that even with that call that far away from the bottom, you still had an opportunity to make money in the most current market? Joff says, better tell that hostile Viking fella that he is past the 5th grade. He better start working on that retirement thing in this world today. I hear that. Handlebars says, yes, you had an opportunity to make money. Kellen, I'm just going to call you Kellen. Is that all right, Kellen? Kellen says yes as well. So it's just visually looking at it. Sharp says yes as well. Visually looking at it, the slowest call we got us in a little bit of ways from the bottom, but still gave you an opportunity to make money. Still gave you an opportunity to make money. Now let me tell you how this call works. Remember we track the trend of the market? That's how we set up our market timing calls. All right, so the confirm call, in order to get a confirmed up call, you need 2 solid 5-day periods. 2 consecutive 5-day periods for the market to go up or for the composite to go up. So let's count back. We're on 1/18 of 2019. Let's count back 5 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See that candle? We are higher on the day of the call than we were 5 days ago. But we need to do that not only once, but twice. So let me count back 5 days again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This candle is higher than it was 5 days ago. So 2 consecutive 5-day periods, the market or the VectorVest composite has to go up. That's number 1. Number 2, the buy to sell ratio, which looks at the overall health of the market, has to go above the value of 1. Can I make that lighter, darker? No. All right, so here's the value of 1. It went above the value of 1 when we got the call issued. So that tells me that we have more buys in the system than sells, or that the market is showing signs of strength. Number 3, the price of the composite has to be higher than it was a day ago. Put all 3 of those things together, that's how we get a confirmed up call. The price of the composite has to go up for 2 consecutive 5-day periods. The buy to sell ratio has to go above the value of 1, showing that we have more buys in the system than sells, or the market is showing us signs of strength. And number 3, the price today of the call has to be higher than it was a day ago. So look at that. That's how that works. And that is the slowest, most conservative timing call. So if I'm looking at longer term buy and holds or looking at my core holdings, was that a great signal to get in coming off the bottom? The answer to that is yes. All right, box fills, my chat box still disappears. That's something Daniel might still just have to work with you. Can you scroll up using the middle mouse? All right, you guys are still going out of it. Now, that's the slowest call. Let's speed it up a little bit. I'm going to put on another market timing call. I'm going to take off the buy to sell ratio, and I'm going to use this. This is a good middle of the road technical timing signal. I'm going to now watch the arrow. All right, watch the arrow right here. I'm going to change from the confirmed calls, and I'm going to go to the DEW. Watch the arrow. Boom. Now I get in a little closer to the bottom. This signal triggered on 1/11 of 2019. Was that a good opportunity to get in and still make money up into the current market's condition? And this time you don't have to answer. The answer is yes. Still being able to take advantage of all of the upward side of the market. Even though it wasn't as close to the bottom as many people would have liked, but in order to do that, you got to be a lot more aggressive. This is not that aggressive. It's a great middle of the road timing signal used for the prudent person, maybe the aggressive person, but more, I'm saying more likely for the prudent person, the person that likes the best of both worlds. You know, they want that upside potential without a lot of risk. Is that a good opportunity to get in? You didn't get in right at the bottom, but you got in way enough time to be able to take advantage of the upward trend. How does this signal work? All right, so now this signal uses 3 technical indicators to get its calls. This is our technical timing signal. So I'm going to leave my mouse there at the mark of the up call. I'm going to change the graph layout to reflect the Pro Trader Timing DEW. DEW stands for 3 technical indicators that are included in this technique. D stands for the Detrended Price Oscillator, or DPO. Again, the D stands for the Detrended Price Oscillator. Just in its name, an oscillator moves around something. A fan is an oscillator, right? The same thing that keeps you cool in the summer. A fan is an oscillator. This oscillates or moves around a zero line. When the DPO is in the positive, it's bullish. When the DPO is in the negative, below the value of zero, it is bearish. Now, let's add in the next indicator. In the DEW, E stands for envelopes. We provide for you upper and lower envelopes, and it's designed to show the range of price, the high and the low of price. Notice that when a stock's price gets closer to its envelope, what does it do? It retracts really quickly to get back to the means. What is the means? The middle of the envelopes. That's the normal trading range where the price is pretty much in the middle of the envelope. Market price fell hard here, touched down close to the envelope, and look at that rapid response back to the middle. All right? W in the DEW stands for a weighted moving average, a 30-day weighted moving average. So that's D, the trended price oscillator, E, envelopes, W, 30-day weighted moving average. So that's what makes up the DEW timing signal. How does it get its calls? Well, the price of the VectorVest composite needs to go and clear above the 30-day weighted moving average, which it did on 111, and the DPO has to go positive. So let me show you something. Part of it is it did go above the 30-day weighted moving average on 1.7, but the confirmation indicator did not confirm the move until the DPO went above the value of 1, which happened on 111, while the price of the composite was above the 30-day weighted moving average. You notice that none of our signals, for the most part, just work off of one indicator. It's an indicator with follow-through. All right, so when I say that we use the trend of the market to time the market, now you understand. It's not just that it just willy-nilly happens. Oh, this happened, we're going to give it an up call. It's usually a signal with a backup signal. The only one that really doesn't do that probably is the green light buyer in the primary wave, of which we'll get back to in a second. The fan blade goes around. The oscillation is when the fan swings from left to right or up and down and back again. Okay, I got that. All right. Sharp says, I will just keep doing. All right, so Sharp, you're still handling your business in the background with us. All right. So Joff just put it into more delicate terms, moves back and forth. But that oscillator, that detrended price oscillator, does move around the zero line. Above it is bullish, below it is bearish. All right? Now, Kirby says, interesting that price does not ride the 30-day moving average much. Nope. It just is a signal, Kirby, to be above it. 30 days is far from the price of the stock, so it's not designed to ride the price. If this was like a 10-day weighted moving average, it would ride the price a lot more, Kirby, but it would also trigger more entry and exit points. All right? The 30-day weighted moving average is just an average to make sure that you're above it, and it will stay above it. It won't track it nearly as close because it's a larger number. All right? Hopefully that makes sense. All right, so we understand how we get the DEW call. Price has to be above the 30-day weighted moving average. DPO has to go positive. Let's speed it up a little bit more. Watch the arrow. All right, keep your eye on the arrow. Let's go to the green light buyer. Let's go to the green light buyer. What did Joey? Maybe try another. Wow, Joey's even getting involved. Look at you, Joey. Man. Huh? No, that's Joey. Joey's typing in the room. Look at that, Joey. Now, you notice that we now went from a call on getting in on 111. This call got us in off the bottom at 1.4. So depending on how aggressive you are in your signal will determine how close you're going to get in or out from market tops and market bottoms. The faster the signal, the closer you're going to get in and out from market tops and bottoms. So now, faster signal, we got in a little closer. Was I able to make money in that call since the call up until right now? Now notice that this will generate yellow lights. So how do you get that green light buyer to happen? When you get a green light in the color guard price column, let me do this real quick. When you get a green light in the color guard price column, that's when this signal gives you a green arrow up. So notice for 3 days in a row here, we had a green light buyer. Here, here, and here. Because we had green lights in the color guard pricing column. Now, the yellow lights are given when we get a yellow light in the price column. When that happens, we get a yellow light. So on those days, you don't buy any new stocks or replace any stocks that you got stopped out of. You only buy on the green lights, which is why I love this timing signal. All right, and let's take off, put this back on the MTI layout. This is why I love this timing signal, because not only does it help you to make money in an upward trending market, it gives you specific days when it's okay to buy stocks. When you have yellow lights, you just sit there and let your stops manage your trades. But when you get a green light, it's okay to replace or buy new stocks. It pinpoints in an uptrending market the exact days when it's okay to buy stocks. All right, that is cool. That is way cool, and why I like that timing signal. But wait. Not every green light is the same, because sometimes you could be getting at tops. Do you want to buy new stocks at topping sections? So we take this same green light buyer and we made a little tweak to it. I'm going to take off the green light buyer and I'm going to put on the green light buyer RT kicker. Now, what's the difference? Notice that we got an up call here before on 1-4. Now with the green light buyer RT kicker, we got a call on 1-7. What is the difference? All right, so on 1-4, on the green light buyer, we got a call. I'm going to change this to reflect the GLBRT kicker, okay? What is the difference? The kicker, I need the side, Joey. The kicker shows moving averages on RT, a 10 and a 15 day moving average of RT. So not only do you need to have a green light, but you need to have the 10-day moving average of RT cross above the 15-day moving average of RT. So remember, in the green light buyer, we got a call on 1-4, but look at the 10 and the 15. They were dead even. So because they were dead even, this signal did not give a call until the next day when the 10 was at 80 and the 15 was at 0.78, was above. That's when the signal was given. So the RT kicker is more confirmation to the green light buyer. Not only do we have to have a green light, but it's got to be confirmed by the kicker with 2 moving averages of RT. Is that a great opportunity to get into the market and ride the market up? All right, look at that. Look at that. All of these calls that I've shown you have been great opportunities coming off the bottom, whether it's the slowest call or the fastest call. We haven't gotten to the fastest call yet. So now, let's do that. I've now shown you 4 market timing signals. The confirmed calls, the DEW, the green light buyer, and the green light buyer RT kicker. I'm only going to show you one more. We have 7, but I will talk about 5 today. The last one we're going to look at is the primary wave. That is the fastest indicator we have. Now look at when that got you into the market, 3 days off the bottom. But now the faster the signal, the more whipsawish you will be. It can get you in and out of the market very quickly. The purpose of that market timing signal or that indicator is more so for the trader who wants to catch all of the bumps and wiggles in the market. The primary wave is a fast signal, but is ideally situated for people who are traders. All right. What do you think about Novasac short midterm? Kylie, do me a favor.
Kyle, I think.
Is it Kyle? Kyle? I will take a look at that. I'm going to give a couple of minutes. I'm going to give a couple of minutes at the end of this presentation to take a look at a couple of stocks for you. How about that? All right, I'll give you I'll give you some time. All right. But from the standpoint of market timing, the fastest indicator did a great job of getting you in at a market bottom. And how about this, getting you out at a market top? 2 days after the top of the market, it would have gotten you out as well. All right, coming off of a bottom, look at that, a few days off of the bottom, a few days you could have made money. This timing signal is excellent for getting in and out very quickly at market. Now, how many of you out there are more aggressive traders? How many of you want to trade penny stocks? I'm going to have a little fun with you today. All right, I'm going to give you an opportunity. How many of you, like, especially if you're brand new to the market and you're looking at this, and maybe you say, I don't have a lot of money in the market, but I'm looking for penny stocks. How many of you out there track penny stocks? I'm just going to ask. All right, maybe none of you, and that's fine. I'm just curious to know because a lot of people who are Twitchers may not have a lot of money in the market yet. All right, no penny stock, says Mark. All right, I got you. I was just curious, Now, with all of that, where's my friend Sharp? Sharp, by looking at this, do you see that we can time the market? We don't predict which way the market is going to go, but do you see that we can time the market, get you in and out depending on how you invest in the market? Do you see that we can do that? Hostile says, I like stocks between $1 and $2. Biopharma. I know you like biopharmaceuticals. I know. But I'm going to see if I have enough time. I'm going to have a little fun with that real quick. How many of you are day traders? I got one more timing signal. How many of you are day traders? Type a yes in the room. All right. And especially if you got new people out there that haven't talked yet, I'm curious to know how many of you consider yourselves to be day traders. Type a yes in the room and do it now. Kyle says, is a day trader. Yes. Excellent. That's the hostile Viking. Okay. 3 times a week. Mark is a day trader. Kyle says, yes, a day trader. Excellent. So now I'm going to give you another signal. I'm going to go from the primary wave. Actually, I got to change this first. When we're looking at all of these market timing signals, we were looking at it as end of day. How do you set the timing signals totally new? I got you. I went through the whole process of how all of the signals how we got to all of the signals, depending on which signal you looked at. I walked through the process of how all of the signals work. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change this from end of day to intraday. 1 minute bars current day. So I can look at real-time data, folks. I'm looking at real-time data. Joff says, was wondering when or if you were going to tell us about the detail. Look at that, Joff. I'm doing it right now. All right, for those people who are considering themselves to be day traders, we do have a day trading signal. It's called the DTI combo. Now, you do need to have an add-on module in order to get this signal. 1, you have to have real time, and 2, you have to have the Derby in order to have this signal.
It comes with your trial.
And it comes with your trial for 99 cents. For 99 cents, you can get a day trading signal, Kyle. All right, so I'm down. The last call we had was at 10:48 this morning, an up call. Was that a good opportunity, Kyle, to make some money? Was that a good opportunity to make some money? Now, the market has pulled back since. What do you do during this time? As a day trader, do you not have stops on your stocks? Let the stops manage the trades. Let the stops manage the trades. If you didn't get stopped out, then you're sitting there and you're just waiting for the market to come to you. But 10:48 this morning, up call. Was that a good up call? Was that a good up call? As a day trader, did we give you an opportunity to make money? We sure did. Right now, you let your stocks be managed by the stops. And guess what? Some of your stocks we just stopped out right now. All right? And even though we still have an up call, do I buy yet? No. Let's go see if I got more movement to the upside with some confirmation. Does that make sense? Who asked me that? Kyle, does that make sense? So we do have a day trading signal for you if you do like to day trade. I did. So in January, I saw a potential February bearish trend, sold 30 January, now waiting for an opportunity. And now, remember, I'm looking at a day trading, so I'm only going to look at today. But I can do this on a daily basis to know, get an intraday signal for a day trade every day. Every day. Whether the market is bullish or bearish. All right, whether the market is bullish or bearish, and actually, let me go put on the signal that we use. The DTI, the Derby timing indicator, both bullish and bearish. Also on a scale between 0 and 2. Above 1 is favorable, below 1 is unfavorable. But we also have a trigger point on this indicator. We have a trigger point of 1.2. The value of 1.2 is where you know where you should, or what side of the market you should be on, and that's every day. Once the DTI goes above that value, whether it's bullish or bearish, so this will help you both on the bullish side and bearish side, Kyle. When the DTI goes above our trigger point of 1.2, that's the direction you should be trading. And yes, I do know that the market is moving down right now, but right now the DTI bullish is still above our trigger point of 1.2. This is why we just manage the stocks that we're currently holding. So can we use a day trading signal? The answer to that is absolutely yes. Last thing I'm going to do, let's keep up my graph. You asked me to look at a couple of stocks. Give them to me once again. You're a day swinger. Well, a good swing trade would probably be the DEW. All right, you asked me to look at a couple of stocks. Type them in for me.
We're going to look at Kraft.
Kraft?
And stamps.com.
Kraft is... Oh. No, let me be. I want to talk to you right now. I want to talk to you. Where's Kraft? KF something. Wait a minute. Why is it not?
Is it Heinz?
It could be Heinz. Heiko. Wow. Wait a minute. You know what you do? Do this. Bring that back up. How do I bring that back up? I'll get the ticker symbol. Somebody will give it to me anyway. KHC. Wow, Joey. Why you couldn't tell me that? No, you didn't tell me. You didn't tell me nothing. You didn't tell me. Oh, tell me. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. KHC. There you go. KHC, comma, what else? Oh, really? KJHC.
Stamps.com.
KHC, comma, stamps.com is STMP. What other?
Novavax.
What?
Novavax.
Novavax. NVAX. NVAX. Comma. All right, let's go. EHTH, comma, AVGE. Is that right? Oh, AVGO. That's what I think you're trying to say, Sharp. I mean, is volume important in day trade or not? Yes. I'm going to show that in a second. SPSC, comma, CYBR, comma, Nugget, NUGT, comma, tell Kai, yes for me. What did Kai say? Oh, so Joff, you can say it in the room. You're answering Kyle right there. He can see it. All right, so yes, volume is important as a day trader because volume is conviction. Volume is conviction. Rock, is that a real word? Is that a real symbol? Yes, it is. The Rock of Gibraltar and AVP. All right, tell you what we're going to do. We're going to look at these from a long-term perspective first by looking at their graphs on a one-year basis. Let's go to graph layouts. Let's go to VectorVest simple. I'm going to take off the stop. I'm going to take off the RT.
Maximize that window, please.
And maximize the window. All right.
Move that back over.
Move what back over?
This.
Oh my gosh, Joey. All right. Are you done now, Joey?
Well, for now.
Okay. KHC. Heinz. Look at that. Over the last year, do you like it? As a longer-term investor, do you like it? Answer is no. Why? Because I talked about how to read a graph and what we look for in a graph. The graph is the DNA behind the stock. Graphs should move from the bottom left to the top right. That's exactly the opposite. So Kraft over the last year hasn't been so good. Not even before today has it been so good. Stock is in a little bit of a channel moving sideways right now. Let's take a look at the next one. You gave me stamp.com. Did nice at the beginning of the year. And then since then did what? Went down. Actually, there was a downtrend. I want to show you something. A downtrend connects highs. All right, that's a downtrend. A stock that's moving down. Then what happened? The stock broke through the downtrend and starting to move up. I like that it's moving up, but look at the big down day today. Look at the big down day today. And the stock went from a buy to a sell today with the big move to the downside. Earnings looks good, though, and earnings is the engine that drives the stock's price higher. Definitely higher over the last year. All right, let's go to the next one. Novavax. Wow. The stock is losing less money, but this is a volatile stock. If you can't weather the storm and being in and out of this stock, this is not a stock for you. This is why you ask, and this is why you look. Hey, Ask Pallades. Welcome, my friend. I'm glad you're here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so now, as I look at you, did you put it in the stock, Joey?
What is it?
TAR? Yeah, whatever. No, whatever. Would I tell you about Aldi's? Would I tell you about Aldi's? All right, that's messed up. Joey is a Carolina fan, and he put Tar in there, and I'll punch him later. Novax, look at the stock. Unless you're a trader and you can get in and out at the right times, this is probably not a stock that you want. Let's go see if we can find it. That's what you're looking for. EHTH, beautiful looking equity curve. Just right now, over the last couple of weeks, feeling some effects. You know what that's called? That's called profit taking. This stock has done so well over this time. This is what we call profit taking. Yes, for me, going long-term, Novax is losing some opportunities and making money on the short term. Got you. All right, Joff says stamp, but when you get just about out of business, earnings are about to quit. They will. All right, but we haven't gotten to stamp. Did we get to stamp yet? Did I talk about stamp? No, I didn't talk about that. Man, Joff, you jumping the gun. Let me get there. Avago or Broadcom. A lot of volatility in here. Who's the kind of person that's looking at this? A trader. All right, up, down, gap down big, up and down, gapped up a couple of days in a row. Right now, though, Broadcom not looking so healthy. A bearish day with another bearish day, followed by earnings starting to fall, but they are still higher than they were a year ago. Yes, you talked about it when you did the trend lines. Oh, okay, I got you. Thank you, Joff. All right, next one, SPSC. I like the equity curve. Had a little bit of a downturn here, but nicely recovered. A big move. Look at the big wicks. Jesse's not here, but that's what he calls hair, and then a tail. But the stock's price is moving higher, challenging the level of resistance. Earnings is definitely higher on a year-over-year basis. Like this one, CYBR, excellent looking stock. A little bit of a sideways move here. Look at that beautifulosity. Yes, I said it, and that's a Glennism. Look at that beautifulosity of move to the upside. It did pull back a couple of times, but look, it was resilient enough to not only come back up, but take out the prior highs and move higher. Definitely moving higher. I like the earnings behind it. Stock is currently a buy recommendation. Next stock, woo, Nugget. Now gold is on a run right now. I'm gonna draw a freehand line connecting the lows. That denotes an uptrend. Gold is in an uptrend, but has been smoked like a bad habit, pulling back down here back in July to August to the end of the year. July, August, September, gold was hurt. Now starting to move higher. Gold may not be a bad play right now as the market continues to move. Even at toppy levels, gold may not be a bad play right now. Make sure it stays in that upward trend. Aspaletti says, big word, love the lightning in here. There you go. I'm loving this. Kylie says, I'm not English native. What does buy, sell mean at the top of the screen? Buy means the stock has got a buy recommendation. There's a lot of things that need to happen for a stock to get a buy recommendation. You pay attention to a stock that's got a buy recommendation. It's something you should consider buying as long as the market is moving higher. A hold means that it hasn't met all of the criteria to be a buy, but as a hold, what do? Just like its name says, you hold it. Let the stops manage the trade. And when it gets a sell recommendation, it's strongly suggested that you might consider selling that position or not holding it long. So that's what they all mean. Who makes the recommendations? In order for a stock to get a buy, 4 things need to happen. The stock's price needs to be above the stop price. It's got to be trending away from the stop price. The RT needs to be above 1 and VST needs to be above 1. So it's not like we make the decision on it. It is algorithmically done. Wow, that's a good word. Algorithmically done, looking at what's going on with the stock. So we don't just do it. It is in the software to denote whether it's a buy or hold or sell. Massacre, thank you for following. Man, another follower. Gotta love that. The VV bot makes the No, the VV bot doesn't make the recommendation. No, it doesn't. You talking about easy, but Glenn's explanation is more in detail. There we go. All right, so there you go. That's how we get that. Aha, says Kyle. I like that. All right, let's go to the next one. Woo, the Rock of Gibraltar just hit a rock. Man, look at that big downfall. The stock leveled out, but nicely moving higher right now. Is this the right time to buy? If the market is still rising, the answer to your question is yes. But also keep in mind, the market is at a level of being toppy. If I decide to take this stock because it is moving higher, make sure you manage the trade just in case that one day when we stop going higher, start going lower, you don't start losing money on that trade. That is why you are very cautious at this time when putting on new trades, especially if you're trying to hold them. Now, as a trade, I could trade this throughout the day on a good up day, get out of it, and trade it again the next day if the market's moving higher. Does that make sense? I hope it does. The guns in Navarone just blew up. Did it really? What are you talking about? Lord have mercy. You guys keep talking about stuff. I'm looking, I'm like, what are you talking about? Just like that. Got to have that same voice. What are you talking about? All right, let's go to the next to last stock. That's the last stock, AVP. Wow. Avon, moving up. But what's going on with earnings? Earnings is, the Rock of Gibraltar, the guns in Navarone, the Rock. Okay, I got you, man. Hostile is loud. I missed it. What I don't like about this stock, look at the earnings over the last few months. Earnings are going down. Earnings is the engine that drives the stock's price higher. So I like that the stock is moving higher, but as a longer-term investor, I really want to see them moving higher. Now, day trader. Let's do this. Let's go and put this on a 1 month. I'm going to help you out. I'm going to add a couple of other things. If I'm a trader, hold on. Star search, Midas touch. There we go. I'm going to add some moving averages, 3 and an 8. All right, so those of you who are trading, hey, Beaver, hey, wow, Kirby. Really, Kirby? How should you trade right before or after quarterly earnings? All right, so now if you're in a stock and you don't know if it's going to meet or exceed earnings, do you know how to play options? If you know how to play options, play a straddle. Because you can buy a call and buy a put at the same strike, and that's probably a way to go. All right, unless you're going to be directional in the trade, then you got to pick one direction or the other. What are you doing?
You have to read something here in a minute.
All right, then do I have to type in?
No.
All right. So much funnies here, says Ask Pallades. But that is a great way to play a stock is on earnings is to play a straddle. All right? I'm not done. No, I'm almost done.
You got to read that at the end.
Okay, I got you. Let me move that, though, for the time being. Keep that over there with you for a second. Unless I got to do it now.
Go ahead.
All right. So day trader, 3 and 8, stochastics, you're going to be able to see real quick if this is some, wow, Rock on a shorter term basis looks good. Nugget, flattening out. I'm going to do this real quick. Cyber looks good. Hit a new high, still running. Again, stock isn't overbought. Watch the volume. I'm going to do this real fast. SPSC, moving sideways. Not sure I really want to put on new trades on that. AVG, Broadcom, turning down. All right? Remember, this is shorter term trades. EHTH, Kirby, you're in it. On an end of day 3 and 8, you're still fine, buddy. Look at that buying pressure coming in with the big wick at the bottom too, Kirby. Look at that. You might still be fine. Next one, Novax, doesn't look good on a short-term basis. Stamp, smoked, doesn't look good on a short-term basis. KHC, smoked, doesn't look good on a short-term basis. All right, so now let me move this over. I am finishing up for the day. Hopefully that little lightning round was great to be able to look at stocks on a longer term basis and on a shorter term basis. No matter how you invest in the market, we have a market timing signal that'll fit you. All right, so think about this. This is real talk, all right? I love presenting these streams to everyone, and this community is growing. If you like this channel and would like to continue it to grow either for more cool badges by your name or simply because you like the content, there's a free way to support it. Twitch is owned by Amazon. And if you have Amazon Prime, you have 12 free Twitch Prime subscriptions, one for each month of the year. By linking your Amazon Prime and your Twitch name, you can support any channel here in this platform. We hope you want to support this channel. We will talk more about it next week, and we're going to have a short instruction walkthrough to help people do so. We are looking to make some very nice badges and animations to celebrate your support. All right? And there's more to follow. Folks, I do love being in this room. I do love hearing from you guys, talking to you guys. This room has grown. This community has grown. People in the room are now more so talking to each other. This community is growing. Right now, how many followers?
126, I think.
We're up to,
just followed.
We're up to 126. Kyle just followed. Thank you for that, Kyle. Glad to answer your questions. And I tell you, no matter who you are, if you're in the background, talk to me. That's the only way you're going to get your questions answered about what we got going on here. All right, and I totally appreciate you, Kyle, jumping up to take the bull by the horns and talk to me. All right, so I got a lot of cheers going on. Thank you very much. We love being here. This little mini-series thing is awesome. You're learning stuff, and if you want to continue learning stuff, follow us. And as I just read here in regards to supporting our stream free, because it's owned by Amazon, you can link your Amazon Prime to Twitch, right? And you can support us. Kyle followed thank you, another follower. Excellent. I got 2 followers by the name of Kyle followed today. So this is awesome, folks. Thank you very much. That makes me feel humbled that not only you're here, but you like the content enough to follow it. And, you know, I'm going to keep bringing my energy. I love doing this kind of stuff. I'm going to keep bringing my energy each and every week. That's what I'm going to do. Why? Because this is awesome. All right, this is awesome. All right, the weekend is here. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week with the third part of the 4-part series where we're going to start digging in to actually putting a plan together, knowing when to buy, what to buy, and when to sell, and showing you the simplicity behind the software to do so. Why? Because it's going to then bring forth the benefit. So that's what it's all about.
Let's give a badge away.
Let's give a badge away. You know,
is there anybody out there that has one or that wants one that doesn't have one? Sharp.
Nope. As a matter of fact, you know, let me go see.
Ask them if there's
All right, is there anybody that wants who wants a VIP badge? How about that? Kylie just waved at me. All right, there we go. Kylie it is. Gosh, you got it. You got it, Kyle. You got it. Kyle has got my VIP. He's got the next person with the VIP badge. Congratulations, Kyle. Congratulations, Kyle. Don't worry, I got more to give out. I got you, Sharp. There's more to give out. I got you, Sharp. All right. I wanted to see who was the first one that would answer. Sharp, you're probably going to get my next one. How about that? Sharp, you're probably going to get my next one. But I wanted to see who wanted it. So it's all right. Sharp is good. It's all good. It's all good. I got you. Look at that. Look at that new badge there, Kyle. Look at that new badge. He says, oh, sorry, Sharp, for stealing it. It's all right. Sharp, you're probably going to be my next one. How about that? I'm really trying to support the people who are supporting the chat. All right, I'm really trying to support the people who are supporting the chat. So I know Kyle and Sharp both were. I just went to see. Look at that. There you go. Look at that badge in front of you. And Sharp, don't worry. I got you. I got you, Sharp. I got you. All right, with that, folks, I want to say thank you for this week's presentations, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're growing. I'm glad that you're liking and following all of that stuff. Keep it going. If many of you Twitchers have other people out there that are interested because you interact with them on the gaming side who are interested in the market, get them to come to our live stream. Just get them to come. Whether they want to like it or not, just get them to come, and maybe they'll learn something. And by learning something, they may follow us. That's all that I can ask. You leave it, put them in my hands. Put them in my hands. Just bring them here first. All right, so thank you very much. Congrats. Use your badge, says, and got you. So with that, folks.
Sharp got one. We'll see if he got it.
Sharp, did we get one for Sharp?
Yeah.
We did? Hold on, Sharp. Hold on, Sharp. I told you, I got you, right? Sharp, just type something in the room. Refresh and type something in the room, Sharp. Refresh and type something in the room. Oh, sookie now. Did y'all leave? Sharp, are you still here? Oh, Lord.
He got mad.
Huh?
He got mad.
Did he really?
I don't.
Oh, don't get mad. Hold on. I hope Sharp didn't leave. Hope Sharp didn't leave. There you go, Sharp. All right, told you I got you. Told you I'd take care of you. All right, so now you got your badge as well. Folks, I'm giving them away as long as I've got them. As long as I've got them and you're chatting, I'm going to support you for supporting me. And all that badge does is give you some more flexibility in your chat. Pretty much that's what it does. Use it. Look at that. Kylie now put a heart in there. Look at that. You got other things that you can do. Man, it's taking me 10 minutes to sign off today. It's taking me 10 minutes because you guys keep talking. So that's awesome. I like that. Folks, have a great day. Have a great weekend. Keep coming back. Help this community grow. Keep having fun. It's all about that. Adios, arrivederci, ciao. Au revoir. Sayonara. Hi, everybody. Did you like that presentation? Well, right now, we've got other videos for you as well. Click here. And click here. Better yet, click them both. Thank you for being as part of these presentations. Take advantage of the information that's there for you. Have a great day.